As we honor those who protect and serve our country, we do want to take time to remember the men and women who lost their lives on September 11th. That was 21 years ago. Today, President Biden will deliver remarks and lay a wreath outside of the Pentagon. First Lady Jill Biden will travel to Shanksville, Pennsylvania to speak at the Flight 93 National Memorial. And Vice President Kamala Harris will attend a commemoration ceremony at the National September 11th Memorial in New York. The stories of survival on that day are emotional, and one woman's story tops them all, how she was able to find calm amidst the fear. She's in Maryland, and she has quite the story. For University of Maryland Associate Professor Elinda Kiss, 9/11 harkens back to a very long walk in this very same suit.
And I have worn it every September 11th since then.
That's since an annual economic conference held at New York's World Trade Center. And take a look at the date.
We're sitting in the breakfast room and I hear what I call a loud boom, very loud noise. And the chandelier started shaking.
She'd hear the first plane and see the second.
And then we start seeing people jumping from the towers. And that was really scary. And I like, you can see my expression. I don't know how to say it, but just a shock.
But in that same blue suit, she knew there was no time to stand still.
But I suggested we start moving north and get out of there.
She'd lead dozens from that conference away from what would become Ground Zero.
But I thought if we got to the Village, which is like 23rd, and that wouldn't be that far to walk, we could get up to to 34th Street and get to trains to leave Manhattan.
On their way, something no one saw coming.
It was World Trade II, the one that was hit in the middle, falling. And then people ran. People ran so fast they ran out of their shoes.
From her College Park desk, the econ professor says the reality just didn't add up.
It wasn't until I saw that big plane hitting that it occurred to me that this was on purpose.
Dr. Kiss would sort through her day, calmly leading her group to safety, but getting to the point of reliving it and talking about it took time.
And I'm able to talk about it. And for the first couple years, I couldn't. And every time I saw a plane coming in for a landing slowly, I relived this. So I had what I used to call a daymare. If you have a traumatic experience, I think it's important that you do get a chance to talk about it, whether it's to a counselor or to other people. I think it's important to talk about the experience to deal with it.
Like the firefighter who called her in search of someone just like her.
And I wanted to speak to someone who survived because 16 of my fellow volunteer firefighters died trying to get people out. And I was hoping that it wasn't in vain and that people did escape.
Just like the lost or mourned, the survivors, like Kiss, walk a path of remembrance of their own. That's all for this special edition of 11 TV Hill. We'll see you back here next Sunday.